Okay, welcome back, guys. As I was mentioning, this in the list, these are as seen as in vector. So 5, -3, -2, and 3, these are in vector. So this list, you can't just add without telling your, your, your program that, okay, you need to add 1 to 5, which will be 6, then 4 to -2, which will be -2, which will be 2, and then 2 to 3, which will be 5. Is that the list will, if you don't tell it, you're gonna make the list as 5, -2, 3, 1, 4, 2. But these are vectors. If you assign to 5, -2, 3, you need to give us this -2, the answer as an efficient. So must tell your program, okay, this is what I want to do. Okay, it's vector 5, that's 5-dimensional space, which is 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you set it 23, it gives us, because remember when you set V index 1, it means you put the second index. Because the first index is index 0, condition, and then negative V, -1, the last index of your list. So it gives us 45, you put 45 here. And then you can run your for loop to print your vector. This is the class vector. We define the method for contractor safety by putting with it. Then there's something called iterator when it's repeat. It's a repeat of a code. Iteration is an important concept in design of data structure. We introduced the Python mechanism for this session. I think we did last week. This one where it supports a special method named nest. So it repeats if you go to the next one, go to the next until it reaches there's nothing, and then it's called the stop iteration exception, and then it stop. Okay, this you can just learn this kind of code about this. This manual one, it goes straight print next one. It is the range. Let's talk about the same thing. Because the range, remember range, it's where you print a sequence of number, and then it's gonna go from 0 to 5 or from 1 to 6, whatever it is that program want to do. And then go to the inheritance, a natural way to organize various structure components of software packages is as in a hierarchical fashion. Using the mathematical notation, set of houses is a subset of the set of buildings. So inheritance work as a relationship like this. You can say it's a building, or a simple way to memorize it. This is parents, children of the parents. They have 3 children, and their children, they have this one got 2, got 2, got 2. So this is the grandparents, parents, and then the children. The children of this one, children, then the child of this one. This is how the inheritance went. So it calls from this one, go to this one. Here they make an example of a building. A building has building. Inside it has an apartment, a house, commercial building. And then there's also a lower rise apartment, high rise apartment, to store different types of the apartment or houses. Hierarchical design is useful in software development as common functionality can be grouped at a more level. And the base class is that we call parent class, the main class, the first class. And then, or you can call a super class. And then you've got a subclass, which you can call a chat class. These are chat class. Then this is a base class, or the parent class. And this one is a child class. This one is a base of this one. This one is a chat of this one. So this is the base, this is a subclass. And then Python is exceptional hierarchy. We have a base exception system exit, which is falls under base exception, and keyboard interrupted. Arithmetic 0, this kind of all the errors that you get in a assisted line or lineage. They make an example of the credit class, where they created a predatory credit. This is the super class or the base class, parent class. This is a child class, subclass. This one calls this one. In order to call the parent, you input it in this parameter. Yeah. This is the child class, and then it's calling the parent from here. And then from here you can then call all this, you can access all this because they've called your reference in the main class. And then there's, remember I talk about the protected member. Protected member subclass, protected members, a protected part subclass directly access the data member self dot underscore balance. This is a protected class, which was established by the parent class, the class. The underscore name by convention such as that this is a non-public, it is not accessed by public member. So we might, as active, it's okay to access it is in this fashion. But general users of the class should not be doing so. Our subclass has a somewhat privileged relationship with the superclass. Several object-oriented languages such as Java and C+ draw a distinction for non-public members, allowing the declaration of the protected or private class. In Java or C+, you explicitly put this one, private or protected. In Python, you're dealing with underscore, you put one underscore, this is for protected one. Or double underscore, so it means it's a private one. We see here the progression, the arithmetic. This is progression, and then these are type of progression where every next numbers it's a product or a sum of the previous one. Geometric, every next number is a sum of the product of the previous one. Fibonacci, it's a number that's 8 from each other. There's continuation. It is a progression, which is a generic projection. Here you do, this is just a class where you define your progression. Advance, this advance, and this one you add the current one to the next one of the added one. You do the next, continue the generation. Still, okay, they're still talking about arithmetic progression. Just a different types of class. Then there's a geometric progression class and the Fibonacci progression class. And then we have a class Fibonacci, and then you're calling the parents progression. So you can access these ones. So testing our progression, we're going to test. Remember we said testing, we're checking the output of your program. In Python, there's a code called unit test. Unit test, you test each program or line does it give expected results. Here we test, we have this line, main underscore proper name, and then you say print default progression, you put 10. So it should call the print progression, the class, you put the main class, and then you call this method, and then as a parameter of 10, you go with parameter, you continue until if it print what you wanted to print, and then means your class works well. Yeah, and then it can two by this arithmetic, and then this is a geometric. This is a geometric. This is a Fibonacci class. This is a Fibonacci class. So it means your code is correct. You code it well. And, this is what you call a modular or built-in method, where you call it from the other class. You import it from the modular method, abstract method, and then you can work with it within your class. Sometimes when you code it and it says it gives you an error. So what's wrong? What's happening? And this is what you need to support. Import this, and then your code sometimes will work. And then namespaces and object orientation. Python is something called namespaces, or most of the programming languages there's something that's called namespace. Is an abstraction that manages all of the identifier AA variables names that are defined in a particular scope. Remember, we have a scope which is local and global scope. Local scopes is the one that are within the names or names that are within the method. And then global scope is the one that usually on top, outside of the class, outside of your definition of your method. But you can access, global you can access anywhere you want. But local, you can only access within the class or the method. Outside of it, you can't access it. This is what the function is, but just this is just a diagram. And this is the class data. You can nest your class like this one. Nested is like when you nest your follow. You call your class A, and then inside your class A, you call class B. This is what you call a nested. It's not literally inheritance, but it's just a way to easy access your code. The slot declaration. This one is want to tell you what is your where is your name? Is it on a global or local? And then we have a shallow and deep copying. In chapter 1, shallow and deep copying is where you copy it's like when you assign your variable. Here you assign foo to bar or alias. So the value that was on, let's say maybe we say foo is equal to 2. And then you say foo is assigned to bar. So bar now it means also bar has a value of 2, same as the one from when that was on foo. Same as the list red. And these are exercise. We are done with chapter 2. Let me check how long we can do few exercise. Give the 3 example of life critical method. We can remember any life critical method of the software application. We can say where, remember this is a keyword, life critical software application. Remember in the first one they were talking about where people were overdosed because an error of a certain code misinterpreted something. So those kind of software, you can say are life critical. You can say self-driving cars, because a self-driving car, if you can put an error, can go and hit people, you can see a human being as it has an entity and run over it. So those are most important
And also
software.
medication.
Sorry? Hello?
Even medication.
Yeah, medication application software, you can say like this. Security, I think also security softwares. It can identify or shoot a wrong person. I go to the next section. Give an example of a software application which adaptability can mean the difference between a prolonged lifetime of assets and a bankrupt. You can say a software that estimates the market demand for a product so that you don't overproduce a component as it becomes less desirable in the market. I can just say one of those things. And then on R2.2, 2.3, describe a component from the text editor GUI, graphic user interface, graphic interface, and the amount that can be encapsulated. Again, if you wanna define an encapsulation method, you can just check whether a file exists. Start input output stream, add the data to the file, something one of those things. What the exercise 4, write a Python class flower that has a 3 instance variable of the type string, integer, and a float that respectively represent the name of the flower, its number of petals, and its price. The class must include a construct method that initialize each variable to a appropriate class value, and the class should include a method for setting the value of each type, retrieving the value of each. This one gonna be maybe we made that only one we're gonna do because I think we're gonna run out of time. Okay, let's say E for exercise dot fine. What do we need to do? This is a talk string where myself. Let me just copy this. So yeah, write a class that says the 3 instance variable that things integer float respectively represent the name of the class flower, number, part, price. Your class must include a construct method that initializes each variable on the to then appropriate value, and your class will method for setting the value of each type, giving the value of each. So we must create a class. The class is called. So I remember myself capital L for class. This is define words. You may have a contract initialized in it. Cell. name. So now for now. And then there's petal. And then there's price. Uh, making private. I'm just doing a chain assignment. And the set the class must include contractor shared equivalent to an appropriate value. The class should submit for setting the value. So we define the set under the call name. The receiver must give errors if there is some notation, just in case if then I'll define method of set that cells and reference and then uh, define price. Uh, define the assessor, get the name, get I think I made a mistake here. It's supposed to be name. Which hopefully is gonna run. And get price. Yeah, let's make for this one. Let me finish this one and then I'll check the message. Create instance and then calling the now. What is the policy? Right. So it's calling these numbers, this information from the instance. Print. Stop because you run out of time. Yes. You see, there's an error I click on line 54. No, why is not printing?
Did you save it correctly? Why it's a syntax error.
Well,
Lagu flower underscore e dot py.
yeah. I
The
expect
invalid
this was
syntax.
invalid the sentence. I thought there was an error and then I fixed, so I don't know why it does not print. Let me save and close this and open it again. You why? Yes, super. Okay, this one. And I can't. Okay, let me try and remove this. Oh yeah. And then the 25 attribute has not been sent. So equals an instruction on price. So you call palette depends on 5 and then the number. You put in the name. Let me see if I remember like this. It does call name values. The price, unless it wants to use